we got the UV rays. Say it like that. We got the UV rays. Even if the sun wasn't out, we had UV rays, we'd probably still be straight. Confirmation, man. You know, they warned the mug about them UVs. They're like, yo, UV's gonna be high today. So make sure you put your protection on. Niggas, just put the cocoa butter on, coconut oil on. Most I baptized with my ancestors and all that. In the water. It's gonna get in a little bit higher too, I can feel it. The energy's like that right now. The vibes are pretty high. Corn moon set, the lunar eclipse just went down. Oh man. We got mugs still on the corner talking about the black man is from Africa, couldn't swim 9,000 miles. That's the NOI myth we're talking about real quick. We gotta shine some light on this. Because mugs is in darkness. And darkness is where chaos and confusion just runs rampant at. Until we run in there and just put the light on these motherfuckers. Like, man, what the hell you doing over there? By the way, I'm drinking some pea protein. Some greens. Let me real sip. Hold up, I forgot this. Oh, we got the ether feather on too. The ether mic and you know, we can hear things. Alright, love is done. We can hear things and say things. With the feather. Ancestors just give me some feathers today, you know what I'm saying? The mounds up there, I had to look up at the mounds. They've been covering them up with the clouds all day. I'm like, hold on, baby, hold on. Ancestors had to clear them clouds out real quick, man. Things going down. We got a lot of orbs flying in the sky, man. It's just popping off, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of exposures going on. We're dealing with this, you know, the Great Conjunction. All the energy is popping still, man. We're already built. And we're back. All right, I guess you know how they go, man. I can't even move, man. We had 30 days wanted to say hi, but it's like that. But we're back in the game, though. Try to scramble the whole little algorithm. But we're still talking about the myth, saying that niggas is from Africa couldn't swim 9,000 miles to go back. All right? Trump says otherwise. You see a lot of things popping off right now. You know what I mean? So, anyhow, you know, man, when it comes to, you know, building a civilization, if you father a civilization, you get 1 million people together, we should be able to come up with a plan and a blueprint to be able to plan a city like these mothers. And I'm not saying to be like the so-called oppressor, but these mothers building suburbs everywhere. You look up, there's a suburb and streets being built with pipes being put underground and everything, continuously extending the city outward. We couldn't do that. We got 1 million niggas together and we couldn't do that. Okay, so we was either under a big, gigantic spell, and we didn't all go back to Africa at that time, or we was just like under a spell. Because when they came and marketed to us, they're marketing to us. This is business now. Now we're gonna jump into the business aspect. You know, you see a little homeless nigga, you be like, oh, a domicile is, bro, you be like, oh, yeah, no, you don't know about marketing. You know what I'm saying? There's a SWOT analysis and things of that nature. You know what I mean? Strengths, opportunities, and threats, all these things. So this is a marketing strategy to get us to leave our homeland to go to a land that's more so barren. And our heart just wouldn't let us do it, man. Our heart just is stuck over it. Not because we had stayed and had Stockholm syndrome dealing with the psychology. If we're dealing with, you know, a narcissistic entity who was always gaslighting and projecting their insecurities onto us and making us feel, you know, lesser than. No, we didn't have Stockholm syndrome. We already knew that this home was ours. We knew we had an inkling that, yo, man, our people's up in the mounds and they all over the world. And then when you got someone that's kind of discrediting you for certain things and not trying to let these informations out, it's because they don't want you to gain power of independence. And so they want to keep you codependent. Being codependent is being codependent on the system, the drugs, and, you know, dopamine type shit. Whatever that can produce that dopamine, nigga. Not giving you the truth. So yeah, we got to give all these false religions back. They got false heavenly kingdoms and they got little bitty kingdoms up in there. Okay, I guess I had to move back. But if they have angelic weapons, and being that it was layered up in certain plateaus, they know they'll be able to destroy certain plateaus wherever your ancestors were first manipulated mentally, when they marketed to our ancestors through their spirit and their faith. Their faith in the creator by giving a false creator. And that's how our temples was taken over and given false gods. So this is how everything changed up. It happened to us twice. It's the second time. But this time, Most High is showing and proving the hand of himself on all of the babies now. False prophets, their season is over. So the divine is the actual lining of the planets, what we call the stars in the sky. Now, when we say the stars in the sky, we'll say, Malachi York said, there ain't no cross in the sky. This is Malachi York, another false prophet. Most High coming in and giving me that water right now. He let me know, man. All right, cool. But they call it Pele out here. So, or, you know, Pele sister. So anyhow, you know, crossing the sky, they only on the graves, or they only over dead people. This, that, and the third. It's like around the next to all this stuff around people and rappers. That cross is really the galactic cross over our world, dealing with the zodiac. Yes, there's a cross in the sky. We got two of them, actually, you know? And so they use the truth, and then they manipulate it as they pass it down through generations through false gods. They'll just take certain points and put it together like, yo, this is how I'm gonna put mine together. When certain false gods begin their rule. They only have a certain amount of time. Peace, Galaxy Whoop, you already know. Peace to the God. Peace, Shell Cloud, you already know. We out here. Hey, hey, hey. So, you know what I mean? So now we're just going to get up into this. Alright, so I guess boy, they all on the nigga. But anyways, though, we had a false stop the drug. And our sisters that's putting in the work. Our priestesses, our high priestesses, and everyone who's channeling this written already called the Malachi Organics to the Anunnaki. So now we got certain information doing about the Anunnaki and also the custodians and dealing with this whole 178 worlds that we have in this dome, this mega dome that we have, and everyone's separated through their own firmament and atmosphere type stuff. But what Malachi didn't tell us, like, yo, man, you know, because he'll tell us that his world only had the Denir, which is the high exalted angels on his world, and he had the physical, the mortals on their world, and, you know, and hell on their world. So, but he didn't say that this goes on for all worlds. It happens often. Know and understand the science of the Etherians that come to the planet. Know and understand the science of the Etherians that come to the planet and relieve them and graduate while they're in mortal form to them and their false heavenly kingdoms. Malachi York didn't say these things, you know, because this is what he's doing. So now you're going to see this smoke pop out of nowhere, you know, as they kind of talking about him. We got certain little false agents or false prophets coming out about him. We got certain little false agents or false prophets coming out, false shepherds coming out, saying things and trying to revive Malachi York. You know, Malachi York. You know what I mean? But right now we already know we're putting